Hi everybody! Today we talk again about the Italian vehicles available in the Italian tech tree in War Thunder. Today we will take a look at the self-propelled anti-aircraft gun SPAAG and tank destroyers available at rank 2. If you want to see the videos about the tier 1 vehicles or the light and medium tanks at rank 2, click on the upper right corner that will bring you to my playlist containing such videos. This is the M42 Contraereo, that stands for Semovente Medio 1942 Contraereo. You can find this vehicle at tier 2 at BR 3.3. It has 3 men as crew, commander, driver and gunner. The upper plate is 50mm of armor, 30mm the lower plate, 25mm the rest. The turret is 15mm all round. It is armed with 4 Scotti 20-70 Mod 41 20mm cannon. It can fire armor-piercing incendiary tracer APIT, high-explosive incendiary tracer HEIT, high-velocity armor-piercing rounds. The M42 Contraereo, also called Semovente Contraereo 2070, was created on the hull of the M1542. The project starts after the experience in the African desert that showed that the armored unit needed a more capable anti-aircraft platform. The Contraereo never saw combat use because only the prototype was completed before the armistice. The prototype fell in German hands, and the rumors tell that it was the inspiration for the Wirbelwind that entered service with the Wehrmacht in 1944. This is the M41 75-18, that stands for Semovente Medio 1941 da 75-18. You can find this vehicle at tier 2 at BR 2.0. It has 3 men as crew, commander, driver and gunner. The lower plate is 30mm as armor, while the rest of the hull is 25mm. The casemate is 50mm, while the gun mantlet is 50 plus 50mm. It is armed with a 75-18 Mod 34 cannon and a 8mm Breda Mod 38 machine gun mounted on the roof. The main gun can fire the granata perforante da 75 APC-BC, granata Mod 32 HE, granata perforante Mod 32 APC-BC, and the EPS M42 hit rounds. The M41 75-18 was created on top of the M1441 chassis. It was built to counter a British early war tank and to replace the poor-performing L40. 162 of these tank destroyers were built. It proved to be a good counter to the British M3, Stuart and Crusader. In 1942, the M41s of the Ariete Division repelled the attack from 40 British tanks, destroying 20 with no losses of their own. This is the M41 75-32 that stands for Semovente Medio 1941 da 75-32. You can find it at BR 2.3 at tier 2. It has 3 men as crew, commander, driver and gunner. The lower plate is 30mm as armor, while the rest of the hull is 25mm. The casemate is 50mm, while the gun mantlet is 50 plus 50mm. It is armed with a 75-32 Mod 37 gun that can fire the Granata Perforante Mod 32 APC-BC, Granata Mod 32 HE, and the EPS M42 hit. In mid-1943, some Semoventi M41 were upgraded with the longer-barreled 75-32 field gun that offered better muzzle velocity, flatter trajectories and precision compared to the 75-18. Only 25 units were armed with this gun because the Italian command preferred the L-34 gun over the 75-32. The only combat use of this vehicle was from the Ariete II division around Rome in September 1943. After the capitulation, some of these were confiscated by the German army. This is the M42 75-34, that stands for Semovente Medio 1942 da 75-34. You can find it at BR 2.3 at Tier 2. It has 3 men as crew, commander, driver and gunner. The lower plate is 30mm as armor, while the rest of the hull is 25mm. The casemate is 50mm, while the gun mantlet is 50 plus 50mm. It is armed with a 75-34 Mod 39 cannon that can fire the Granata Perforante 75-32 APC-BC, the Granata 75-32 HE, and the EPS M42 hit rounds. In 1942, after the success of the M41 75-18, the Italian command ordered an improved version to be developed. It was based on the M15-42 chassis with the 75-34 gun that could be found on the P40. The production of the M42 75-34 started in May 1943 with an order of 280 vehicles. Before the armistice, only 93 units were produced, with only 60 delivered to the combat units. After the armistice, 36 were confiscated by the German army, while 80 more were produced. This is the M43 105-25 that stands for Semovente Medio 1943 da 105-25. You can find it at BR 3.0 at Tier 2. It has 3 men as crew, commander, driver and gunner. The lower plate is between 30 and 50mm as armor, the upper glacis is 25mm, 40mm on the sides, the casemate is 75mm, 90mm the driver port, while the gun mantlet is 60 plus 30mm. It is armed with a 105-25 Ansaldo cannon that is able to fire the Granata Perforante da 105-25 APC and the Effetto Pronto Mod 43 hit shell. The M43 105-25 was created by Fiat Ansaldo under the requirement of the Italian army for a vehicle that could work both as a tank destroyer and support vehicle for the infantry. The production started in April 1943 with an order for 800 units. By the time of the armistice, circa 30 vehicles were produced. Its worth was showed when the Italian troops engaged successfully the German troops around Rome. Circa 90 more units were produced by the Germans with the name of Sturmgeschütz M43 mit 105-25 853I. This is the M43 75-34 that stands for Semovente Medio 1943 da 75-34. You can find it at BR 3.3 at Tier 2. It has 3 men as crew, commander, driver and gunner. The lower plate is between 30mm and 50mm as armor, the upper glacis is 25mm, 40 plus 25mm on the sides. The casemate is 75 plus 25mm, 90 plus 25mm the driver's port, while the gun mantlet is 50 plus 50 plus 25mm. It is armed with an Ansaldo 75-34 cannon that is able to fire the Granata Perforante 75-32 APC-BC, EPS M42 hit and the Granata 75-32 HE shell. The M43 75-34 was created in the northern of Italy post-armistice. In fact, due to the lack of the 105-25 guns, 93 units were outfitted with the 75-34 gun and additional armor on the casemate. This tank was used by the German forces in the southern of Europe till the end of 1944. This unit never saw combat with the Italian army.